Good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you may be, or good evening, or good night. This is Jen at Jen's Arty Inclinations, a place to create, share, and play.
Hello, hello, hello. Finally catching up on last week's Simply Random Challenge number 6. These are the prompts. Purple, folded, about me, file folder, napkins, and tulle. So the about me, I've chosen macrame to add in. Now all I'm doing here is spritzing it with water. When you're trying to get that nice fluffy edge, just spritz it with water and then comb it through with a little comb. And if you pop it down and just let it air dry, you'll find it'll hold its shape a lot better. All right, now I'm cutting up my file folder, which is another one of the prompts, and so is purple. This will also cover my folded prompt as well. So 3 in 1, that's a winner. Love it when a prompt can be multiple things all together. Anyway, here I go. So I'm just trying to straighten the edges. Of course, I decided that I'd do this outside today. Since everybody's home, it seemed like the least disrupted place. But being outside meant that I was too lazy to go back inside and get my other tools. So you'll see me kind of doubling up and using tools in the way that they shouldn't be used, like using the edge of a file folder as a ruler. But hey, it's all good. This notebook, I decided I'd use the gorgeous Your Creative Studio papers because it doesn't look like it on the camera, but they are actually a really dusty pale purple. Oh, these are my doodle fussy cuts. So I did them on book pages, and these were inspired by the gorgeous flower garden that beautiful Julie over at Arty Junk Journals with Julie did. Just beautiful. You should go and have a look at her video. It's wonderful because I'm doing the doodle challenge with Julie and Lee this month. And so I just had to use them because they're so cute. Okay, so I've missed quite a bit here to tell you what's going on. But, all right, here, that's my napkin. I just separated the napkin. No rocket science. But apparently me gluing napkins down to the front of this file folder was rocket science. You will see I have to go back and glue the edges and then do it again and again and again because, again, if I had have had my brush, I would have brushed across the whole thing. I probably would have Mod Podged across the top. But I think it's good with junk journals to use what you have as well. Like, we are supposed to be creating junk, right? Oh, how cool was that? Did you see that? I never thought about that before, but the hems on the edge of the tulle, I looked at it and I went, oh my goodness, that would make a perfect pen holder. So I'm going to use that in my big junk journal. All right, so I mucked about. I thought about making a flower garden on the front. That didn't quite work for me. So in the end, I grabbed a piece of tulle and I put it down on the spine edge here and a piece of corrugated cardboard, which is also purple, and I put that on the top. And actually, I really like the effect of how it turned out. So then I wanted the back lined as well, and I thought, since I had that corrugated cardboard, that it would make really cool pockets inside the cover and they'd still be nice and flat. In the end, I decided I'd just go with another one of those gorgeous big Your Creative Studio stickers. I'm rounding the edges again. I did that on the stickers as well because I just thought it would look nicer on the inside of a file folder. It's sort of paying homage to what it came from, which I think is quite nice when you see that. Here, nothing more than doing a pocket. You can see how I cut the divot out, and there you go. There's my little basic folder. Now, of course, that could be ephemera on its own, and I think it would cover everything in the challenge. Yes, it would. But yeah, I did really want to make a notebook because I love these little pages, and it was a lovely way to make the perfect size using the folder. So in the end, I thought, yes, why not? I did a 3 pamphlet stitch through the edge, so rather than doing it in the spine, and then that way you can still flip through the pages. But I did that because I wanted it to have a nice little decorative bow on the front, which you'll see. Now, of course, I would show you in slow motion how to do the pamphlet stitch again, but I just kept mucking it up. So in the end, I just sped it up so you didn't have to deal with that. All right, so see what I mean? Just a nice tiny little bow, and I actually didn't knot it. So of course you could glue this, you could double knot it, you could put some charms on that, anything you like. I decided not to knot it because I thought hey, I might want to add more pages and make this into a actual journal rather than a notebook that I put in. But either way, I thought that was really cute. Here I'm just doing alternate half hitches to make a chain rope is what I call it. They're really nice and quick. I'm doing it a bit slow at the start here because once you get started, now obviously I'm not doing it that fast really. It's easy as not. I do have a video, but it is really quick, so you have to sort of slow it down, but I'll make sure I put a little link at the top of the screen on that video so you can have a little look at some macrame knots, maybe to the playlist. But I just felt that was kind of nice. Then that just sat out as a little tag, the little macrame leaf or feather. So yeah, that was kind of cute. And what did I do on the inside? I just did a normal reef knot and then I did an overhand knot just to make sure it stayed secure, and it was still really quite nice and flat. So I was fine with that. Don't the napkins look really cute? It's a lot of big colour on that one. This is one of my little doodles of a butterfly. I love this little butterfly. I think he's so cute. I mean, it's the same kind of butterfly I do all the time when I'm just sitting around drawing. But this sort of stuff is great too because you can do this kind of ephemera on the go while you're sitting watching telly. Oh, I've just sprayed some milled lavender on the back of those pages. I just wanted to knock back the white a bit. That was all that was about. And here I'm just inking the edges and so forth. But yeah, doing doodles, this is another nice way that you could just literally go through an old book and doodle some things and then maybe cut them out another night. So it's nice to have some portable things to do with your journals as well. That's my thought. Now I just decided to ink the edges of these little cards. Again, that's from Your Creative Studios. I just inked the edges to make them stand out a little bit from the background. And on the front pocket, as you can see, I decided to make it an upright one. And again, I rounded that corner just to make it sort of fit in nicely. I like the texture of the actual corrugated cardboard. I love corrugated cardboard. And I grabbed this bag of all different coloured corrugated cardboard at the thrift shop recently, which I thought was just the most brilliant find. I finally found a place for this butterfly because I really wanted to use it. I thought it turned out so well and he looked really lovely sitting there on the front page. The nice thing is, when I went back to those cards, I realised that they'd gotten a little bit smudged, but that was kind of good. I just used a tissue and it gave them a little bit more of that weathered, loved look. I mean, this is sort of, I don't know, faded old rose or, you know, that kind of theme. It's something that you might find that somebody had in a drawer. Now, to finish it off, I decided I'd just do some slow stitching around. I'm using, I think it's a blanket stitch. Nothing terribly, what do you call it? Nothing terribly complex. I do really like how it turned out. I used the purple thread to go with the theme. I thought I don't use purple a lot, so I really embraced it. I embraced the purple people. I didn't embrace the purple people, but I mean, if they were there, I would have been happy to do so if they so wished. And then I would have, anyway, okay, back to what I'm doing. I even tore a bit of the page, but then, it really did all work out. So I do like the edge. I think it sort of made it finally look finished, just putting this edge around. I even like my little doodle flowers. I've been dying to use them in something. Must get back into using playing with my Big Bertha journal soon. So anyway, I'm almost at the end here. When I got to the end, all I did was I just knotted it. So I did a couple of clove hitches and then I knotted it in on itself. I really did almost run out of length of thread, so I had to kind of hand put through the last couple of bits. It's a waxy thread, so I did add some glue just to secure it. So this is how it turned out. My Simply Random Challenge, which is the Simply Random Ephemera Challenge number 7 from Emily at Junk Journal Inspirations. She's the one that's hosting the challenge for us. It's open. Anyone can join. I'll make sure I link her in my description. But yeah, this is how it turned out. So the little card pocket in the front, and then the little front page with the bow and the butterfly. I do like how that added. Of course, now I've done this once, I'm thinking of all these things I could do if I did these again. It really gives you ideas doing these challenges because you play with prompts that you wouldn't normally play with, which I think is great. I hope you enjoyed. Please comment and let me know what you thought. You can like and subscribe below, and as always, keep creating. Bye. See you next time.